Riding with my gal beside me, I'm as happy as can be. Oh Lordy, oh Lordy, oh Lordy. I asked her if she'd marry me, she blushed and then said yes sirree. Oh Lordy.
Hello everyone, Find Me in LA here. Hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. Please ignore the background. I think, I want to say I got kidnapped because I was just minding my own business walking down the street and then all of a sudden I see like a mysterious man walking towards me. And then next thing I know, I wake up in this area, which I have no idea where it is. But ignore all that. We're here to talk about some more Horror Nights updates. So as you guys know, not that long ago, it was revealed that Fallout was coming to Halloween Horror Nights in both Hollywood and Orlando. Now, this is rumored for quite a while, but now it has been officially confirmed with an official announcement coming from both social media accounts. And in this quick little video, I'm going to be doing a quick rundown of what we know about this attraction so far. First and foremost, this is not going to be based on any of the games. Technically, it is a video game property coming to Horror Nights. It is based on the video games, but it's not going to be based on any particular game. It's actually going to be based on the TV show on Amazon Prime. And just like with almost every Horror Nights announcement, there's always going to be like a select few people that are down in the comments section already hating, saying that like, oh, Fallout isn't even horror, this is Halloween Horror Nights, we need horror back, and like just those kind of people in the comments already. And I personally haven't seen the Fallout show, nor haven't played any of the games. I do kind of have like a rough idea of what it's about, but yeah, me personally, I'm not gonna lie, it never struck me as like a horror property. But I mean, like they must have brought it to like Horror Nights for a reason. If they, I'm gonna assume it has some like pretty scary stuff. And I know there were quite a few people wondering where the maze is going to be located. John Murdy himself confirmed not that long ago that it's going to be located in what they call the UBE venue, which is home to the old Walking Dead attraction. So in that venue is where they made Evil Dead Rise, A Quiet Place, and even the Star Trek attraction from FanFest nights. At first, I didn't really care very much for the location, but ever since Quiet Place, that totally changed my view of like that venue. So I think a lot of potential like cool like set pieces can now go in that location, which I'm very looking forward to. And if they're giving Fallout that treatment, then I have a feeling that Fallout is going to be a standout for this year if they play their cards right. Now you're probably asking yourselves, what exactly is going to be featured in this Fallout house? Well, I have some details pulled up here from a recent interview that kind of gives us like a rough layout of what to expect from both Hollywood and Orlando's houses. So let's dive into that. It says here in the article that guests will first encounter Vault 33 and you will try to escape a bloody massacre while also learning of an evil hidden secret. Again, I haven't seen the show, so I have no idea what they're talking about right here. This journey will then take guests outside the vault and into the wasteland, where they will need to dodge attacks from both scavengers and raiders, and even mutated cockroaches known as rad roaches. Throughout the trek through the wasteland, guests will visit the Super Duper Mart, encounter the Ghoul, and meet Maximus and his massive T-60 armor. So yeah, for me personally, I'm definitely gonna have to watch the show to get all the context and understand what's going on. Now, I can't really speak too much for Orlando, but here's what's going to be the rundown for Hollywood. Murdy has said that they're working very closely with the people that produced the Fallout show, and they share like an incredible number of assets with them. And they've done a lot of big stuff over the years for Horror Nights, but for what they're doing for Fallout, it's got to be like one of the biggest things that they've ever done, which sounds pretty exciting. So this power armor that was mentioned early, it's set to be a full animatronic, like a full animated figure, which is something that they have done in the past, you know, with the Quiet Place mazes and even a little bit of the Monstro mazes. For those of you that don't know or like are more casual fans of Horror Nights, John Murdy likes to write treatments for each of the houses, which is basically kind of like a detailed like layout, both like on the technical level and like story-wise level of like what the mazes are going to be like, so they can try to like recreate like his vision like as detailed as possible. And for this Fallout experience, the treatment averaged around 100 pages. So that's quite a lot, meaning it's going to be quite a lot of details and it's going to presumably feature like a lot of stuff happening and going down in this house, which again sounds very exciting. And some of the details that they're including in this house are some Easter eggs for not only the show, but for the video games as well. So if you're planning to get the frequent fear pass and like want to walk through the Fallout house as much time as possible, try to look for the more like finer details and the finer Easter eggs hidden in like each little like corner and crevice of the maze. It makes your like second and third and fourth and so on walkthroughs like much more enjoyable, especially if you're a fan of Fallout. And that's pretty much all we know so far about this Fallout house in particular. Now, I think that's pretty much all they can tease for this Fallout house because they don't want to give like too much away. They don't want to spoil like the whole house and like what it looks like and everything. They're like again just giving us a little tease of what's to come. Are you guys excited for Fallout? Let me know down in the comments. Me personally, again, I'm pretty neutral to Fallout because I haven't watched the show, but I am planning on watching the show when it's like closer to Horror Nights, so like I know what's going on, and hopefully I'll be more excited to and like actually look forward to seeing stuff from the show brought to life in the house. But while we're here talking about more Horror Nights updates, I figured I'd share with you guys some like little updates and even a couple of theories that I have in mind for what's to come. One theory I have in mind in particular is one regarding the Terror Tram. Now, if you go to the website, the theme of the Terror Tram obviously isn't revealed yet, but it does say that like, oh, like the Terror Tram is coming back this year, and then it's followed up by the sentence, and this year is taking a disturbing new turn. What does that mean? For all we know, what they could mean by that is that like, oh, it's just a brand new theme. Like the disturbing new turn is like the new theme for like the Terror Tram. But I don't know. That's definitely a weird way to word it, if you ask me. Now, could we be looking at the possibility of a brand new route for the Terror Tram this year? That could be a possibility. Now, I think for me personally, I think that would sound really exciting because as much as I love the Terror Tram, after going to Hornets for 10 plus years, it does get a little repetitive and a little stale. And I think taking it to like a brand new like part of the backlot could be really exciting. Now, in the perfect scenario, they could place it in the metro sets, back where they had the old mazes back then. That would be so cool. But I mean, hey, like for all we know, again, it could be them meaning just like a brand new theme for the Terror Tram, which would be a little disappointing. But then again, why would you word it that way as like a disturbing new turn? I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see until it gets announced.
Yo, this is a future me in the editing room. So I just got word that the whole term disturbing new turn is a term that they've been using for the past couple of years. They said last year was supposed to be like a disturbing new turn, but it was actually Blumhouse. So ignore anything I said for the past like 2 minutes.
Last thing I want to cover in this quick little video is Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, earlier in the month, they teased that FNAF was coming to Horror Nights in both Hollywood and Orlando in a special new way. I just hit this thing right here. Now, a lot of us didn't know exactly what that meant because they didn't really elaborate if it was a maze, a scare zone, a terror tram, a show. They just said special new way. It was coming to Horror Nights. So that led a lot of people to speculate what exactly that new experience could be. But just recently, it was revealed by Murdy himself that FNAF is indeed a house. Now, a lot of us are probably wondering, like, like, why didn't they just tease it as a house? Why didn't they confirm it was a house, like, when they first announced it? And to that, I say, your guess is as good as mine. For all I know, something happened with the rights holders. I want to say most likely what happened is that because FNAF being on Hornets this year was announced in a Blumhouse panel in some kind of convention in Mexico. And I think they announced it too early. They were supposed to announce FNAF at a later date, but then like some miscommunication happened. So I guess that's why they didn't reveal too much. So that's why in Five Print it says like, oh, more details to come. Instead of just saying that like, oh, it's a new house or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Like just that, like just gives me the impression like what really goes down behind the scenes, like when it comes to like announcements and stuff. Yeah, all that's kind of weird. But yeah, minus the little tangent I just did. Yeah, FNAF is a house. Again, they still have yet to reveal like more clear details, but all we know is a couple things. One, it is going to be based on the movie, and two, Jim Henson's Creature Shop, the people who made the animatronics in the movie, are set to make the animatronics for both the Hollywood and Orlando experiences, which is honestly really cool because not only does that confirm like like the animatronics being there in the house, and they're gonna look just like how they did in the movie, which is honestly really cool. But again, as far as details go, we're gonna have to wait for an official announcement. And that just about does it for all the Hornets updates. I am coming to the park at the 13th, which is gonna be the first day of the Universal's kind of like new event going on called the Mega Movie Summer, which I am looking forward to. I want to see what they have up there, and I will be there day one. I am going to be making a vlog in that event, and I might film some construction there too. So maybe there's some like big progress going on these next weekend. So if you want to keep an eye out for more construction updates for Horror Nights and the vlog for the Mega Movie Summer, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you stuck around to the very end of the video, thank you so much for watching. And if you're wondering what I'll be doing next, you can always find me in LA.